Hello, everybody. My name is Kenneth W. Behrendt, and the purpose of this video is to announce the publication of my latest book, which is my 7th book, and it's titled The Coming Alternative Science Revolution, and this is a shot of the front cover of it. It was published in February of this year, which is 2022. It's a little bit different from my past books. In the past, I've written about subjects like paranormal phenomena, extraterrestrial UFOs, and I've had even dealt with an analysis of a self-moving wheel that was invented in the early 18th century. But this current book, The Coming Alternative Science Revolution, is a different, it's basically, it's ideas I've had about science for several decades now. I'm a big student of the history of science and the various theories, the foundational theories that eventually led to modern science, the science of the 20th and 21st centuries. And as I studied more and more of these foundational concepts and the assumptions upon which modern science is based, I came to realize that those assumptions have flaws in them. And as a result, much of modern science is conceptually flawed. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense mathematically, but the mathematics has become kind of separated from the physical reality of our cosmos. In other words, the version of reality you get in modern science does not correspond to what it actually is in the physical universe, even though some of the equations, or most of the equations, do seem to agree with experimental and observational data. So what I've done is I've gone back over these fundamental concepts that led to modern science, and I asked myself, what would happen if I made different assumptions, which to me appear to be more logical? And the result of this is that you get a completely different view of the cosmos out of it. Anyway, you'll find alternative models for electric, magnetic, gravitational fields in this volume, which point the way to being able to artificially neutralize gravity fields. This could have important consequences for physics. This is chapter 2, talks about the gravity. The models I'm presenting are basically particle models. Einstein spent about half of his life pursuing his unified field theory, and he was never successful. He wanted to unify all of the equations. He wanted to have a single equation that he could derive the equations of electric, magnetic, and gravitational fields from, and he wasn't able to achieve that. And he said at one point, in one interview, he said he thought his problem was he was forced to work with field models. He really needed a particle model. It wasn't available to him. When Einstein came up with his theories of relativity, they only knew about 3 particles. They had electrons, protons, and they had photons, okay? So he was very limited. Now we're not so limited. I believe if he had this model that I present in this volume, we wouldn't have his theory of relativity. So what I've done is I went back, I reviewed his theory of relativity, And I changed one of his assumptions, one of his postulates at the beginning, which I think he incorrectly evaluated. And when you do that, you get a completely different theory of relativity. You get a much simpler form of it. Time does not become the fourth dimension. There are certain conditions under which the speed of light can become infinite. It's much simpler mathematically. You don't get bogged down with all the tensor calculus that his theory requires you to understand if you're going to follow its derivation step by step. So I think this might appeal to someone who's just getting started in science, science student, maybe a young person that's interested in the subject. Could help motivate them. If you're what they call a dissident scientist, someone who's not happy with the status quo, the establishment status quo, you might just find this volume very interesting. So it's available as an ebook or a downloaded book. It's and a soft cover version. There was a hardcover version, which is the one I have here, but I guess that's about it. The book is big. It's the soft cover version is 8 by 10 inches, and it's about it's over 600 pages. Okay, it's a big volume, but it reads fast and it's heavily illustrated. I have a lot of drawings in here that will guide the person to understanding what the concepts are. And this page here shows the new model for the neutron, which, no, I'm wrong. It's not the neutron. I'm having trouble. I'm trying to flip the pages and hold this cell phone camera steady at the same time. So anyway, I think that's it for now. For those who get the volume, I hope you enjoy it, and I think you'll find it of value and very interesting. And I thank you for watching this video. Take care.